Alright, we're back for another Dokkan Battle video, and in today's video we are going to be talking about when exactly you can expect to see the Broly and Gogeta's banner live in-game, because I know you guys have saved so many of your precious Dragon Stones for the Broly and Gogeta's banner, probably more so the Broly's banner because, well, his banner is just better, but still, both the new units really exciting, and it has been a desert on Global Dokkan since Golden Week, really. So finally getting some content, some exciting content, I should say, like this is definitely a good thing. Yeah, I guess we can just go ahead and get right into it. The news did reveal it is going to be dropping the 9th, so that is here in 2 days. So it's going to be a daily reset on the 9th, so it's going to be at like 2 a.m. Most of you are probably going to be asleep. I might be live streaming. I don't know, I might just wake up, record my video, and then go back to sleep, because I don't know if I'm trying to stay up that late. But basically, we've got like... Well, I'm recording this on the 7th, but I'm going to upload this tomorrow on the 8th. So you've got like less than a day to save your stones for the banners, because it should be dropping tonight at Daily Reset. You know, it's a good thing. If you didn't save stones, it's a bad thing, because you got to watch everyone else spend their stones while you're just regretting summoning for goddamn LR Ginyu, which I guess I can't get on you for that, because I summoned for him a little too. But you still got other opportunities to summon for these banners. Don't worry. During 9th year anniversary, we get a ton of stones. It's cool. You know, you still got a ton of opportunities to pull them with your 50-unit multi. Of course, that's completely free as well. So you got a really good shot at pulling them on that. And then, again, we get a bunch of stones throughout the celebration to spend on these. Which, by the way, let me know in the comments who you're going to be summoning on from this anniversary. Whether it's going to be, you know, part 1 units, part 2 units, or if you're just skipping it entirely to save for Worldwide or Tanabata. Alright, so that's pretty much the video. I'm just going to yap about the banners for a little. If you just wanted to know the time, you can go ahead and click off. But for those of you who don't know what the banners look like, we're going to go into a little bit of detail about some of the featured units. First off, Broly's banner. Broly's really good. We've done a couple showcases on him so far. Yeah, I would say the only issue with him is that his stats are kind of low pre-transformed. But he does have guard, and he is raising defense for multiple turns. And he's getting a ton of additionals as well, which is benefiting him defensively. So in slot 2 and 3, or... you know, after he supers, defensively he's going to be fine with that guaranteed guard. However, there are a couple opportunities for him to take a little bit of damage, but the transformation is really easy with him. You get it like turn 4 or 5, just guaranteed. So, of course, when you transform, he's insane. So it's going to be really easy to get that, but there are a few opportunities where he could struggle. It's not like Beast, where you could just throw him in any event, turn 1, he's just insane. Like, he's destroying everything. It's not really like that. You got to wait a couple turns with him, because he's also a stacker. He stacks attack, so... he doesn't really ramp up until a couple turns into the fight. The Ben unit Golden Frieza. Yeah, he's good. That's really all I got to say. A good support, and he can get up to some high levels of damage reduction, but it's not like, I don't know, AGL Golden Frieza or Tech God Goku, where they've got this insane damage reduction and they're just really good, because this guy, his defensive stat is a little lower. So, I mean, he's going to be better than them. Those weren't really the best examples, because they've aged out a lot too, but... the point I'm trying to make is he's got high levels of damage reduction, so defensively he's good, but that's not with, like, you know, a million defense or anything like that. It's going to be a little on the lower end, but still with the damage reduction, he can tank in difficult content. He's going to be great, especially if he has type advantage, and even type neutral, I think he's going to be able to perform pretty well. And on top of that, he's a support for a really bad category, super bosses. So definitely a good unit. I mean, if you pull him, huge W there. Speaking of super bosses, we got Merge Zamasu right here. If you pull Broly, you're going to want more units to fill out that super bosses team. So if you don't have this guy, him being featured on this banner obviously gives you the chance to pull him, and just another good unit to run alongside this Broly. So he's really good. Defensively, he's good. Offensively, he's good. He's got that domain and infinite Zamasu, which makes him insane. One of the best extreme class units for a couple turns. He's a support, and he doesn't take any damage, and he does a reasonable amount of damage. So he's very good. And then we start to get to the, you know, the B-listers of the banner. We got Z-Duo. Calling them a B-lister is crazy, but I'm just saying they're not as good compared to, like, Broly, or I guess, like, Merge Zamasu. Z-Duo, overall, a good unit, right? That's why this banner is so crazy, because pretty much everyone on here I would consider good. If not, some of them are, you know, excellent, absolutely amazing. But Z-Duo do struggle defensively for the first couple turns. They're a stacker, so of course their defense doesn't get good until they've stacked up. Granted, they've got a bunch of built-in additionals, and they've got the standby, so, you know, it's quick to stack with them, and the standby makes them really good, obviously, when they got that going on. But still, man, for those first couple turns, they can struggle. So, it's just one thing you want to keep in mind. Really, same thing with this cooler. For the first couple turns, he's going to suck, but once you stack up with him, and then once you build up with him, actually in his passive, and then after he supers, he can look good, but there's just a lot of hoops you have to go through. I don't know. I don't really think he's insane, but he's still a good unit, especially for Extreme Class, which is definitely lacking good units. So he's a great addition to your box if you don't have him. We got LR Gods. I don't know, man. They're not bad. I would say their peak performance, they're great, right? Transformed, ton of stacks with them. Blue Goku and Vegeta, they got the dodge. They get a lot of stats on their super attack effects. Crits, additionals, all that. They can look good, but dude, those first couple turns. I mean, you have guard for the first turn, but defensively still, they suck. And then when you lose that guard, and you've only gotten like 2 supers with them, yeah, they're just not good, man. Just, no. Defensively, they are just a huge liability. So, they can be good, similar to these 2 units that we talked about, but it takes a minute to get there. Really, same thing with the 5th year anniversary LRs. They're good, though. I wouldn't compare them to, like, LR Gods. I would say they're better than the LR Gods. Probably better than Cooler. Around the same level as Z-Duo. You know, they have really good potential in their best scenarios, but still, man, they can take a bit of damage. We got Blue Goku and Vegeta. I got nothing bad to say about them. I've been using the crap out of them on my JP account. I pulled them on the latest Tanabata banner, and dude, them next to UI Goku is just obliterating everything. I love them. I think they're a great unit. They get their Easy A, by the way. That's what makes them crazy. Right now, they absolutely suck on Global, but when they Easy A, of course, they become very good. So we got to wait a couple weeks for that, but don't worry, it's right around the corner. This Broly, look, he sucks, but I've said this in some other videos. He has value. World Tournament, maybe Super Battle Road, you know, those events where you got to kill as many Cybermen or whatever, stuff like that. This guy's going to have a ton of value in, so he's not completely useless. Just because he's a bad unit doesn't mean he's useless, right? Because he's got that AoE, which of course does help out in a lot of different content. So overall, between all the crazy featured LRs we got on this banner, it's worth it, man. If you want to summon for this banner, don't blame me whatsoever. It's a good banner. And then we got Gogeta's banner here. A little less crazy, so we're probably not going to go as in-depth just because I can't glaze over it that much. But still, it's a solid banner. You got Gogeta here, who's obviously very good. He's kind of similar to Broly in some regards, I guess. You know, they're both stackers. This guy has dodge instead of damage reduction, though. But it does take him a minute to get going. So for that first turn or two, he might not be the greatest, but he's still good. You could still throw him in majority of content, and he's going to be all right. Because he does have guard for the first couple turns, which obviously that's going to be very useful. Because you'll notice his defensive stat isn't the craziest until you stack up with him. But anyway, we got Sword of Hope Trunks right here. He's good. Yeah, he's good. That's about all I got to say. Yeah, he's a good unit. Kid Gohan, he's good. You got to stack with him. I guess same thing with Sword of Hope Trunks. These guys get good as the fight goes on, but for the first couple turns, it might be a little bit of a struggle with them. Metal Cooler, I don't really like this guy. These guys get their Easy A. UI Goku already got his Easy A. He's amazing. Broly, Chinla, and Lemo, they're going to get their Easy A. They're really good. They become a really, really busted support. And, you know, with a lot of key spheres, they can be insane. Spirit Bomb Goku, he's got his issues, but after he supers, he can be decent. If you want to run him in difficult content, you got to bring him Type Advantage. I'd really say that's it with this guy. Bardock, Paragus, Krillin. Oh, wait, I think these guys got their Easy A. Hang on, so we can check that really quick, because I'm actually not too familiar with what their kit looks like. 100% attack for 1 turn. Support, okay, that's good. And then, all right, a lot of restrictions. Ooh. All right, no guard, damage reduction, or dodge. So they're not that crazy, but I guess they can be kind of decent. And, yeah, Paragus and Broly. Just want to see their kit really quick. Okay, they're a stacker and a good support. And they got damage reduction. Okay, I like them. Okay, so they're a good unit. So I would say Gogeta, Broly, Chilan, Lemo, UI Goku, Sword of Hope Trunks, and then like this Paragus. Those are the really good options of the featured units. But you also got to keep in mind, it's a Carnival LR banner, so we got unfeatured LRs. So we're talking Golden Frieza, Ribrianne, Super Buu. We got Super Saiyan 3 Goku with his Easy A. We got this Android 17 who just got his Easy A on JP. So global, you know, wait a couple months, we'll get that. Same thing with the Frieza and 17, both of them which are very good. There's Bulma. Who else? There's, you know, Merge Zamasu right here who's really good. I feel like there's a couple of units I'm forgetting about. Well, regardless, some good unfeatured LRs. Oh yeah, Bulma. Obviously, Bulma's insane. So overall, I would say this banner is still good, but between the two of them, Broly's banner has just a hair more value. So I guess that pretty much has been the video. Let me know which banner you're going to be summoning for first and which banner you're going to dip more stones into. Yeah, catch you on the next one.